Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Nintendo 3DS game collection. Listen guys, as you may know, you might know me for Nintendo Switch stuff, right? But I talk about how I have this 3DS game and that 3DS game. I've never ever shown you my full collection for any game console ever in the world. And this, my friends, is a great time to do so. It's July 4th. It's 4th of July, so maybe I should be like launching fireworks or something. But either way, it's a good day to discuss the 3DS and look at this time in history. I own about 3 stacks of games. If I'm not counting all these, but if I had to count, if I had to guesstimate, what's it, like 30 games in front of me? 30 3DS games or so? I've had some digital, some physical, mostly physical, but I had some digital games. I have about 30 games. I'm going to run through them, talk about them, and talk about how I got them, the memories associated with them, and pretty much make a 3DS collection diary out of this video. I hope to add more to my collection over time. There's still some games I am missing. But here's my collection. Let me go ahead, scoot some games aside, and I'm going to begin with the first stack of 3DS games. Here we go. This is the first stack, one by one, alphabetical order. Let's go. We could be here for a while. I do not know how long this will be. Here we go. Our first game to discuss today, if I can get some zoom in action on the top camera here, is Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. Now, if you know anything about me, guys, I am Animal Crossing's biggest fan, kind of. Listen, Animal Crossing is my favorite game franchise of all time. I own every Animal Crossing game except for the Japanese exclusive stuff, and Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer is no different. Basically, you know, I won't explain, you know, what every single game is in this video, but it's pretty much the exact same thing as the Animal Crossing New Horizons Happy Home Paradise DLC. You make homes for people. It was very fun. I think I got this, I could be wrong, I think I got this exact game right here in 2015 for my birthday, which is on November 27th. I think that was the day that I got this game. They sold a bundle for this game, which had the 3DS Amiibo reader as well. I never had that. I never had my 3DS Amiibo support. So it came with an Amiibo card. I was never able to use it until I got a 2DS XL, which had some Amiibo support built in. So I was never even able to use that. But Happy Home Designer was a great game. Of course, I will own this game. And I don't revisit it anymore. But there was one time, like a few years ago, where I played it, and it brought back so many memories. That is game number 1. And guys, listen, this next game I could talk about for 6 hours. Wink, wink. Animal Crossing New Leaf. Listen, guys, this is my favorite game of all time. Favorite game of all time is sitting right in front of me. Listen, if you don't know, Animal Crossing New Leaf is my favorite game, not on 3DS, well, it is, but not just on 3DS, my favorite game in the entire world. This is it right here. Of course, I own Animal Crossing New Leaf Cartridge Edition. However, I do own New Leaf physically, but most of my time when I play Animal Crossing New Leaf, so I play it digitally on my 2DS XL, because when I first ever owned my first copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf, I bought it digitally. Here's the whole New Leaf story, guys. So I bought it digitally in about like 2014 or so. Then what happened was I lost the 3DS that I bought that digital copy on. So I got a new 3DS for Christmas 2014 or 15. Must have been 14. I got a new 3DS in 2014 with Animal Crossing New Leaf Physical Edition. Then, at that point in my life, I was selling tons of games to GameStop, so I sold New Leaf because it wasn't my favorite game at that time. So I sold that New Leaf Physical Edition. Dumb decision, I know, but it just happened. I was hungry. I was money hungry, you know. So I sold that. Then I keep that 3DS. I buy New Leaf Digital again on there. I then upgraded to a 2DS XL. transferred my whole 3DS to my 2DS XL, so I still have that digital Animal Crossing New Leaf game. Then I play that. It becomes my favorite game of all time. And then I bought this physical edition 2 years ago. 2 years ago. On eBay for like $50. It was sealed. You can buy New Leaf for like 20 bucks online, but I wanted a sealed first print edition, so I did it. I did buy that. But yeah, that's how I have this game. But most of the time when I play it, it has been on the digital copy. So, you know, I'd never really opened this case too much and took this out. I do have a save file on here, but I never really play it and haven't really played it, you know, since last year at some point, 2023. So that's the whole Animal Crossing tale, and those are the only 2 Animal Crossing 3DS games. Once we get to these other games, we'll start kind of flying through them a bit quicker. So the next game here is one that, actually, not gonna lie, I think this was one of, if not my first ever 3DS game. Angry Birds Trilogy. So I was at GameStop when I first bought my 3DS. And, you know, you can't buy a 3DS and not buy a game. Obviously, there's digital games. You know, you can go home and buy them on the store, on the eShop. But I was like, no, you know, I want to pick out a game right here. They're not very expensive. Some of them were pre-owned. So I ended up picking up Angry Birds Trilogy. When I picked up Angry Birds Trilogy, I went home, played it for 10 minutes, and then started browsing the eShop because it was not the best game. Listen, Angry Birds as a game is fun, but like, you just got a 3DS. At the time, Animal Crossing is out, all the Zelda games are out, like, you want to get a real 3DS game. So, Angry Birds Trilogy was not a bad pickup. It's not a pickup that I regret. I just have it, kind of thing. And it was so bad. Sorry, I shouldn't crap on it, because like, it wasn't terrible. It was just like, I didn't want to play it. I did not want to play this game right here. So, I sold it, and I bought it a few years later, because it was like, man, why did I sell the first ever 3DS game that I owned? I should buy it again so I can have that memory. So I bought it, and that's why I have Angry Birds Trilogy. Ever since I rebought it, though, I have not gone back to it. So either way, yeah, it's just there. It's just kind of a memory type thing. But the next game is one that a lot of people say is bad. Oh, guys, we're getting spicier earlier than I thought we would. It is Chibi Robo Ziplash. Now, a lot of people don't like this game, but let's give you some history here. Chibi Robo Ziplash was my first ever entry into the Chibi Robo series, right? It began on the GameCube. I was too young to know what Chibi Robo was on the GameCube. Now it's like $200. It went to the DS. It was, I think, a Walmart exclusive game on the DS called Chibi Robo Park Patrol. And then they had like a digital Chibi Robo game on the 3DS, but then came Ziplash. Now listen, this I got for my birthday in 2015, along with Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I got it in 2015 on my birthday. And I did not get the bundle that came with the amiibo. However, I did buy the amiibo separately. And I played it. And being, how old was I? 2015, so 9 years old in 2015. Never played a Chibi Robo Ziplash game. Or sorry, a Chibi Robo game in my life. It was fun. 9 years old with some Chibi Robo. That's probably the target audience, honestly. It was fun for me. I never beat the game because 9-year-old me never beat any game, but I had a lot of fun with Chibi Robo Ziplash, and this is kind of my statement on any Chibi Robo game. Well, nah, just make it, this is my statement on just Chibi Robo Ziplash. If it's your first ever Chibi Robo game, it's not that bad. It's a 2D platformer type thing, right? If it's not your first Chibi Robo, and you've played the GameCube one, you've played the DS one, it's not very great just because it's not the same. The quality isn't there compared to those other ones. It's not gonna be a fun time. So, for me, it was fun. I think this was $40 when it was first sold. So, Yeah, my dad paid that one because I got it for my birthday. So sorry, Dad, you paid 40 bucks. Well, I shouldn't be sorry. It was a fun game for me. So yeah, thanks, Dad. You got a fun game for me when I was 9. Appreciate it. All right, our next game here. This is not an alphabetical order because this is a game that starts with a B. Either way, actually, oh no. It is in alphabetical order because this game right here, our next game, is Big Hero 6. And you might think, Max, Chibi Robo is a C, Big Hero 6 is a B. That's not in alphabetical order. Well, guys, I'll have you know, this is called Disney Big Hero 6. So when I put things in alphabetical order, if it says Disney's Epic Mickey, that's going in the D section because it's Disney's, you know? So, it's part of the title. You have to put it in that order. So, Disney A Big Hero 6 Battle in the Bay is in my collection. I got this game also when I was younger because when 3DS was in its heyday, I was somewhere from 9 to 11 years old. So, at that age, I was pretty into Big Hero 6. I picked this up. I do not know exactly when it was, just that it was somewhere in that 9 to 11 age range. I picked this up, and I forget the specifics, but I know it wasn't a bad game, at least for that time. You know, you can look at games now that are made for kids. If you're like 18 years old, you can look at it and be like, man, that game sucks. But a kid thinks it's like the best game in the world. So for me, this game might suck. It might suck if I played it now, but it's like that was fun for me as a kid. So Big Hero 6, Battle in the Bay. I don't remember much, but I do know it was fun. Next game. This game I got for Christmas in what also must have been 2014 or 15. I don't know. I didn't have a 3DS at the later half of 2014 because, as I said earlier, I lost it. I actually did end up finding it. It was in a backpack. But at that time, I thought I had lost my 3DS. So when I got gifted this game, I don't think I even owned a 3DS because I had lost it, right? So that next day, on Christmas Day, I got a new 3DS, obviously. But Epic Mickey Power of Illusion, I don't really think I ever touched. So I'm gonna skip this one, but I do own this. I just don't think I ever really played this. I played like the other ones. What is this? Wait a minute, what is this? Okay, whatever this means. So on my case for Epic Mickey Power of Illusion, you know, obviously I was a kid. There's a sticker on the back that says, no school. Can I get a little zoom in? It says no school. I must have like gotten some calendar or something when I was young, and it had a no school sticker, and I put it on there. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna keep that on there. Next game. This was before I gained a brain, guys. This was before I discovered researching things. Disney Infinity Toy Box Challenge. Now, listen, Disney Infinity, absolutely no problem with that series or that franchise. I love the Disney Infinity games. Disney Infinity 3.0 would probably make my top 50 games of all time. It's that good, and it's that much fun, and it gave you that many memories as a kid. The catch here is, we're talking about 3DS. And 3DS didn't really give you Disney Infinity. It gave you Disney Infinity Toy Box Challenge. Now, how this would work is you would still get your figures, you would still have that Disney Infinity base, but you weren't in this big free open world. It didn't have the story modes. It was just a toy box challenge, which if I recall correctly, was just a bunch of like mini games, I think. So I was never too into it because when I was younger, I didn't know that the 3DS version differed from the Wii U version, which I had at the time. So I had no idea. I thought I was just buying Disney Infinity to take on the go. I had no idea it was different. So sad tale right there. Then I'm going to talk about these two games both at one time because they're sequels, or there's the original, then a sequel. All right, here we go. Disney Magical World 1 and 2. I have stories for both of these. So, when I first saw Disney Magical World, the first one here, when I saw it getting advertised online, I was like, dude, that looks like a fun game for me. And I was looking forward to it, and I wanted to know when it released. I Googled that, and I was like, I want it day 1. So I must have been 8 at this time. Does it say what year it came out? 2014. So I must have been, yeah, like 8. And I had school that day, and I told my mom, who was very busy at the time, can you go to GameStop and pick up this game for me? I never paid for it. I was like, I just really, really want it. And because I have the greatest mom in the world, she went and got it for me, came home, put it on the kitchen table, and then went back to work, I guess. like, bro, if only I knew how good I had it. So she got me Disney Magical World, and I had the best day playing it afterwards. And then, naturally, if you love that game, you would buy the second one as well. Now, fun fact, I never really played Disney Magical World 2 all that much. However, what I did buy was they remastered or remade the second game on Nintendo Switch, which was, dude, I was so excited for that. And I bought it, and I never really played it. But listen, eventually, I will play it. I will play it. It sounds bad that I've not played a lot of these games, but like, just back in the day, I was like, play a game a tiny bit, forget it. Like, that was how I was, so I never really beat a ton of these games. But I just know it was fun. I know I liked the whole vibe, the art style, the adventures. Play these games if you haven't, ever. They're great. Then, a game that I can say I have beaten, but it wasn't until, quick math, 8 months ago? Detective Pikachu, this game I beat. So I bought this game at Nintendo NYC. No, I didn't. I bought the big Pikachu amiibo for this game at Nintendo NYC in New York, obviously. And then, because I had the amiibo, I was gonna buy the game also at the Nintendo store in New York. They didn't have it. They had the amiibo, but they didn't have the actual copy of the game. So I bought the amiibo there, and then my dad agreed to take me to GameStop and buy the actual game once we got home from New York, because I do not live there. So we did that, and that's how I got this game. As you can see, the GameStop sticker on the back. I believe I got scammed because the game, brand new, was $40. I bought a pre-owned copy, I think, for $37. Bro, just buy a brand new copy. It's cleaner, no stickers, it's nice. I'm not sure why I did not do that, but I bought the game. I was kind of into it back then, but as I was doing back then, you play the game and you toss it off to the side. That was how I did it, and I never beat it until last October. I played it to beat the game before the new Detective Pikachu game comes out. So I did that, and it's all done. I forget. I think it was a cool game. I just didn't like how they would leave you on a cliffhanger. Like, the whole point of the game was to find the main character, Tim's dad. And then at the end, you didn't find him. And nobody at that time knew there would be a sequel in, what, 7 years? No one knew. So it's like, you didn't finish the game. No one finished the game until the sequel came out. That sucks. So, thankfully, I didn't get left on that cliffhanger, because I played it like right before the sequel came out. So, you know, that sucks for whoever even played and was left there. Now, I will say, the big Detective Pikachu amiibo is probably one of, if not the largest Nintendo-made amiibos ever. That amiibo, I think, would only let you, like, rewatch cutscenes. Dude, I paid like $30 for that amiibo, and that's all he does? Insane. Anyways, that game was something. Then, one of my favorite games I would go back to and go back to and go back to when I was a kid, like at 8 or 9 years old range. Freaky Forms Deluxe. Now, if you have no idea what this game is, okay? If you have no idea, this game right here was the game. You would essentially take these shapes and arms and legs and make your own animal freaky form character. And then you would take it out and like go on adventures. You would have to like, it's been a while, but you would make your character, you would go out on this adventure, like in this open, bright day, fun world, and you would like bounce around, you would collect coins and stuff, you would meet people, and it was just like you could make your own character and then go play with it. It was great. Now, I believe it's called the deluxe version, because this, I think, was on the eShop, and then they made a physical version. I think that's how it all went down. But yeah, you would make a character, then take on formies on amazing adventures, find friends, special powers, and accessories as you explore, and it had some Street Pass features. I never really ever used that, but, you know, it was cool. I liked it, and honestly, I should go back to this game at some point. This was a 2012 3DS game. This is old. Anyways, next game here is Hey Pikmin. Now, there's a few things to say about this game. I bought Hey Pikmin before Pikmin 4 came out, like a month before. I bought it at my local game store, brand new, and I have a few things to say. First thing is this little watermark in the bottom right of the game case, okay? This little watermark is my biggest enemy in the world. So let's take the Freaky Forms game right here, okay? This is a normal 3DS game. It's, you know, got the ESRB rating if you live in America. Like, it's just a normal game. This game has this little mark that says UAE, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Singapore official product. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It works on US consoles. I guess it was made for Saudi Arabia. That's no problem, right? My only thing is, like, you just have to live with this watermark and this green triangle on the package, and it just doesn't feel like it used to. Like, it's a different game now. So I don't love that. But Hey Pikmin is Hey Pikmin. The game itself, I think, got a lot of flack when it came out. I enjoyed it. I pretty much beat the game. I say that because, like, I was, like, at the end, but I didn't have enough star power or whatever to fight the final boss. So I was like, bro, that's fine. I pretty much beat the game good enough, right? It was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. It was a little side scroll, not like a 2D platforming Pikmin type game. It wasn't your usual Pikmin, but it was something that I could appreciate before going into Pikmin 4. Because I had played Pikmin 1, 2, and 3, then I played this game, and I could appreciate it, being a fan of the Pikmin series. I just think it's kind of hard for a casual non-Pikmin player to pick it up. Yeah, there you go. I said pick a lot. Anyways, next game, Kirby Planet Robobot. I have not played this game. However, the reason I have it is because I was worried that when the 3DS eShop was closing, that all the game prices would skyrocket. And some of them have. Some haven't, some have. And I was worried that Kirby Planet Robobot would skyrocket, because at the time, it was already like $45. Listen, bro. If that goes any higher than $45, I probably will not pick it up. So I was like, all right, let's do it now. But I do have yet to actually load it up and play it. So Kirby Planet Robobot is in the backlog for sure. All right, that's our first stack of games. Let's take our next stack of games. Let's slide it over here. And let's start again. First game, I'll talk about both of these at once. No, I won't. Luigis Mansion. So this game was a GameCube game when it first released, and now it was remastered, remade for the 3DS. So I own this because Luigi's Mansion 1 is my favorite Luigi's Mansion game, and I did want to collect this. Now, I didn't even know that this was a legit game until I saw it on my brother's, like, game shelf. I had no idea this game was even a thing until I saw it there. And I was like, what? I want that. So I bought it for like $50 because I bought it like kind of far after it released or whatever. So I bought it then, and I actually did beat this version of the game. It holds up. Like, if you're asking me, should I play the GameCube copy or the 3DS copy, I would say either one. Like, they're both fine. They're both the same game. It's, yeah, the same. So, it did have amiibo support. I don't think I ever used it. It's back. Now, listen, the only complaint, not about this copy of the game specifically, Nintendo needs to bring Luigi's Mansion 1 to Nintendo Switch. Seriously, this game is so phenomenal. I need it on Switch. Thank you very much. Next game, I just beat this game on the Switch. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. If you want my thoughts on this game, I'm not gonna lie. This could be controversial. This could be a take that nobody agrees with. I don't care. This game was really not enjoyable for me. It felt like a chore. And the boss battle, even worse. Dude, the freaking, the final boss, I was just doing the same thing over and over. And like, before you know it, it's done. Like, they didn't really put much thought into it. I really didn't like how in this game, they would throw you into these missions and give you almost no direction. The only, like, pointer they would give you is, this room is sus. Go over there. And then you have to figure it out. Now listen, I can appreciate a puzzle in a game. I can appreciate a challenge. But for a casual gamer like me, I need a hint feature, like a press X for a hint, and EGAD will tell you a hint. Like, bro, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door had that. I need that with this game, because it was so hard at some points. In Luigi's Mansion 1, there was pretty much like only one place to go. There weren't these crazy puzzles, but in its own way, it was still kind of challenging. I didn't like Luigi's Mansion 2. If you want my ranking for the whole series, I would go Luigi's Mansion 1 as the best, 3 in the middle, and Dark Moon or 2 at the bottom. That's my rating, but maybe that's unpopular, I don't know. Next game is one that I loved as a kid. Now listen, this one right here, guys, absolute certified banger, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. Now, it was more loved on the Wii, because this game was also on the Wii. I have both. I have it on the Wii, I can see it right now, and I have it on the 3DS. Both are fine. Of course, the 3DS one is more crunchy, worse graphics, obviously. It's on the 3DS, but it was cool, it was fun. I got some play out of this, and go for gold and exciting new events. Yeah, I don't have any memories, like, looking back at this, but I do know I liked it and it was fun. I do know that. So now we're at the M games, so we're gonna have a bunch of Mario games coming up. I have four more Mario games in a row. All right, here we go. Mario Golf World Tour. I bought this like 2 years ago. Never really played it either, but I have heard good things. I will have to dive into it. Certified Classic, Mario Kart 7. This game, I have a memory, core memory. I would go to the pool, my local pool. I would get out of the pool. I would go home, dry off, and then hop on Mario Kart 7 while I still smell like a pool kid. I would smell like chlorine, and I would just hop on Mario Kart 7. Oh, dude, the freaking good old days, man. The good old days you would hop on Mario Kart 7 out of the pool. It was fun. Great Mario Kart game. Also, we have Mario Party Island Tour, a game that got a lot of pushback, a lot of heat, I think. But for me, this was one of my first ever 3DS games. I think my dad got it for me for a birthday or for Christmas. When this came out, 2013. Sometime 2014, 15, probably 14, I think. He got that for me. Fun game. However, I sold it and rebought it, which is why it has that stupid World Edition watermark that I don't like. There you go. I bought this game about a year ago because I was also kind of in my 3DS collecting phase. I wouldn't play these games, but I would buy them before the price goes up. Mario Party, the top 100. Yeah, never played it, but I did want to collect it. So there you go. The Ultimate Party Package just has 100 mini games in there. Minecraft, new Nintendo 3DS edition, never played, but it's Minecraft, and that was also kind of a collector's game. Like, yeah, let's buy that before the price goes way up. It was kind of like one of those things. So, Minecraft for the new Nintendo 3DS, and yeah, I'm kind of like running through things right now. Let's slow down with this game right here. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is one of my favorite 3DS games, and it is my favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game. Listen, I think it's a lot of nostalgia here. I think it's a lot of nostalgia running with that coin block brick head thing on the courses, the gold Mario, the coin rush mode. There was a ton of nostalgia, and it kind of like introduced things that I had never seen before, because prior to this game, had only played Mario Bros. DS and Mario Bros. Wii. This was the game that came next. And I got into it, and I was like, man, they improved on so much stuff. That was how I felt. And it just became like that game that I can go back to. Even after I beat it, I can go back and just play it over and over and over. That was what this game became to me. So, I love it a lot. Listen, guys, I sold every game that I own. I sold it. I have now rebought it. So, I don't know why I sold all those games. I just was kind of stupid back then, but I bought them all back. So, it's cool. This game was $4 at my local game store. It intrigued me, and I never ever played it. Paddington Adventures in London. Never played it. I have seen gameplay. It looks kind of rough, but it was $4, so I was like, you know what? I have some interest. It's $4. You can't really lose, so I did end up buying it. Never played it though, so I'm gonna skip it. Also, in my collector's phase, never really played this one, but I'm going to. Paper Mario Sticker Star. I have heard terrible things about this game. Terrible, terrible, terrible things about this game. And I have now beaten Paper Mario N64. I just recently beat Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. So now I'm going to play Super Paper Mario, then this game, then Color Splash, then Origami King. So that's why I've not played this one yet, but I am working towards it. So I'm working towards playing this one, but yeah, not there yet, unfortunately. My brother hates this one, so I'm gonna have to be the judge of that. Next game, certified banger, Pilot Wings Resort. This was the game that I had when I was very young. This is the exact copy that I had when I was younger, because it was so good, I never sold it. Pilot Wings Resort. It's very simple. You would get on a hang glider, you would get on, what are those things called? Like a jet thing? A jetpack, there you go. Or a plane, and you would just fly around. You would fly around. Sometimes, weren't there like obstacles that you can fly through? Like the rings that you could like fly right through? Challenging flight missions. It was just a fun exploration pilot wing game. It was cool. I liked it. It was just relaxing. So I think that was why I turned it on most times. Just kind of wind down, kind of have fun, play it for a few minutes, then turn it off. Next game I bought to be a collector, Pokemon Rumble Blast. So when I first owned this game, I owned it for about 5 seconds. Do you want to hear the whole story? It's something, okay? So I owned this game for 5 seconds. It was Christmas Eve, and on Christmas Eve, me and my cousins have this tradition, like me and that whole family, where we, it's simple. We get together and we hang out Christmas Eve. They go home. It's cool. And so what would happen is, because we don't see those cousins often, they aren't like far, but they're like, we just don't see them. We exchange gifts when they come over on Christmas Eve night, and they, at that time, I guess, were instructed to get us some 3DS games from my parents, they were probably told. And how did this go down? So I think this one was for my brother, and I was gonna get Epic Mickey Power of Illusion, the game. Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. I thought I had mispronounced it. Power of Illusion. And they mixed up the games. So my brother was gonna get Pokemon Rumble Blast, and I was gonna get Epic Mickey, and I opened up Pokemon Rumble Blast, and he opened up Epic Mickey. We weren't upset. I was just confused because I'd never ever seen this game. I was never like asking, Mom, I really want Epic Mickey. I was never doing that. I don't think he was like that for Pokemon Rumble Blast. It was just like we opened the games and we're like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. And then they said, actually, these games should be switched. So I then got Epic Mickey, which, you know, I wasn't upset that I got a Pokemon game because I wasn't very into it. I wasn't into Pokemon back then. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought here. I wasn't into Pokemon, so I wasn't upset, but I then was given Epic Mickey, and I was a bit happier because I was like, you know what, this is more my speed here, so that was cool. Our next game is in the next stack of games right here. We have like 10 more games to go, guys. If you're still here, comment down below the word Epic Mickey. Our next game, never played, but I did want to collect. Pokemon Sun. Listen, guys, the reason why I've not played so many games is because I told you why I wanted to be a collector and get all the games before they go up in price. But like, bro, in 2022, I bought like 10 3DS games that I just never touched but needed to own before they skyrocket. Pokemon Sun, I bought sealed for $30. If I probably kept that, I could sell it for double probably, but I wanted to own the game, so I didn't end up doing that. No thoughts though, never ever played it. A game that I did play, and a game that I did beat, Pokemon X is my favorite Pokemon game. I beat it with my boy Fennekin. It was great. Pokemon X, stupid World Edition watermark right here, but it was a fun little rodeo. The next evolution in Pokemon. Wow, so much fun. Very cool. My thoughts on the game? Favorite Pokemon game. It was just like, it just sat well with me. I don't know, like, it was fun. I liked the art style. Like, obviously, Pokemon looks the same, kind of, but like, something about the whole 3DS art was kind of like appealing to me for Pokemon X, so I did like that. Hard to explain, but it just sat well. Next game, Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. I think I got close to beating this game. Is this like I still have no idea if this game is a port of Yoshi's Woolly World for Wii U. I don't know if it's the exact same game, but I did beat Yoshi's Woolly World for Wii U, I think. So, I forget the story. I must have just bought this game because it looked cool, and I had the one on the Wii U. So I was like, you know what? Let's own it on both systems. So I bought it on 3DS. I think that's the story. I don't really remember it too well, but I do own this. Indeed, there it is. Poochie and Yoshi. Awesome. Next game here, Skylanders Giants. Now this is the same story of Disney Infinity. I had no idea these were different. I did not know Skylanders Giants for 3DS was not the same as Skylanders Giants for the Wii or the Wii U. But I bought it, and I was like, oh, this is fun, let's take it on the go. And I never really ever played it because I was like, oh, this is not great. It's not the same. It's not amazing. So I just kind of put it to rest, but I have kept it because I don't think, yeah, I'm not sure. So it says not for resale. Can you like trade in these games? Because I feel like maybe that not for resale sign had turned me off to like, oh boy, young me didn't want to take it to GameStop because they might say, oh, it says not for resale. So I think that scared me, like, oh snap, not for resale. I better not take it over to GameStop. Like, I don't think that's what it meant, but I think that was what scared me. I was like, they won't take it. So I don't know. Sonic Generations. This game is getting remade for the Switch later this year. I got this for a birthday, 2015 probably, and I forget my thoughts. I do. I mean, it was so long ago. It was over a decade ago I played this game, I think. Yeah, over a decade ago. It's been so long, but I think it was a positive experience for Sonic Generations. Cool beans. Next, Super Mario 3D Land, one of my favorite Mario games. I liked Mario 3D World better for the Wii U, but I did own this. My only complaint, it was very, very short. It was a very, very short game. It just was over quick, man. But it's fun. It's fun while it lasted. And it was a nice take on 3D Mario, because this game, if I'm not wrong, came out before Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. So I was like, whoa, Mario in 3D on 3DS? This is sick. So it was still fun in that regard. But yeah, it was just very, very short. Mario Maker 3DS, classic. I actually bought this. I don't know if it came out after. I think, yeah. After the Wii U version came out, we had Mario Maker 3DS. And I was like, man, I love Mario Maker on Wii U as it is. I want it on the go. So, bought it on 3DS. Simple as that. It's Mario Maker, so it's just a great game. You play all the cool levels. Loved it. Next game here, I did not have in its prime. I bought it years later. So, this would fall into the category of me wanting to be a 3DS collector. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. I never had it back when it was very popular, but I do have it now because I was like, you know what? That's a collector's game. I want to own that before all the copies are $10 billion. I own it now. I did play it one time on a flight to Florida back in 2022. And it did a good job at keeping me company. It was fun to play on the plane. I don't know why I wouldn't have played it. Like, at that time, Smash Bros. Ultimate is on Switch. So why are you playing the 3DS version, you know? I think I just wanted to live the old days back then. So that was why I was playing it. But I do own that game. Not much to say. It's Smash Bros. Like, oh yeah, Smash Bros. Is a fighting game. Like, it's Smash. It's Smash. I own it. It's cool. Next game I owned when I was younger. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It became one of those games where I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. Throws it to the side. It didn't keep me hooked. I never beat it as a kid. But I do own this. Maybe I'll go back to it one day. I don't know the story around how I bought this game. But I own it, and I was like, you know what? I just won't sell it, so I kept it. This is the game I bought at DK Oldies. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Never got to Ocarina of Time yet. I know, what a crime. I just back then was never into Zelda games when I was 8 or 9 years old. And then nowadays, I'm a lot older than 8 or 9 years old. So now I can get into my Zelda games, and I'm into Zelda games. I've played Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, Tears of the Kingdom. But I'm just like, you know what? I have so many games to play. I'm not dying to play Ocarina of Time at this current moment, but I will in the future at some point in time. It's just not now and has not been now. So I don't know if I'll even play it on the 3DS. I more so bought this as a DK Oldies experiment. If you guys have watched my main channel, I bought this game as kind of like an experiment. Is DK Oldies that bad? And I bought the game, and it came in, you know, good condition. And then everyone was like, bro, the problem is not with the games, it's with the consoles. So I bought a console, and I found a problem. It was all dusty and dirty. So yeah, it's not the problem with the games at DK Oldies, but I bought the game there. Maybe a bit overpriced. I don't know. It's in good condition, so can't really complain. And my final 3DS game that I own, arguably my favorite. No, it's not, because obviously Animal Crossing New Leaf is there. Probably my second or third favorite 3DS game. Tomodachi Life. Listen, Nintendo, bring this game to the Switch, please. Tomodachi Life is essentially a game where you put your Mii in there and you're thrown into this fantasy world. If you put your Mii in there and your friends' Miis, you all live in this apartment complex place. And, listen, chaos happens. Next thing you know, your brother is dating your friend who is a girl from school. They start making out. Your dog, who is a Mii, is hanging out at the beach. Like, it's just like a whole world in Tomodachi Life. But it's so much fun. It's so funny. So that's why you have to love it. But Nintendo, I really need the game on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2. Listen, Tomodachi Life was the game that you could hop on every day and just see what was going on. Bring it back, please. Because honestly, now that Animal Crossing New Horizons is not a game that's really in my rotation in the past month or so. It was like 3 months ago, but now it's kind of tailed off. And obviously it has been since like 2020. This was the only game that I could play for years and just check in on what's happening. I have an urge to play right now. This is the game. Bring it to Switch. But guys, that is it for my Nintendo 3DS collection. I hope you all enjoyed. No idea how long this video was. Can I read that? I can't read it. 40 minutes or so? I don't know. Either way, that's it. I will be doing many more collection videos, like for my GameCube. I have my GameCube collection here. I'm gonna do it right now. I have my Wii collection, my DS collection, PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U. Let me know if you want me to do more collection videos. And honestly, I will do my Switch collection at some point, but I do not own more games for one console than I do own for the Switch. Did I word that right? I own like 50 Switch games, which obviously is not a crazy amount. Like, listen, sorry, I'm grateful and it's a lot, but like some people think I have like 200 games. No, it's not like that. I'm grateful for what I have, but like people think I have like 1,000 every single Switch game. No, I don't. I have 50. So I'm thankful, but it's not like that, okay? With that said, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in my GameCube collection video, every other collection video, and all my other videos on this channel. I will see you all in the distant future. Subscribe, please, and have fun with whatever else you do with your day today. Yeah, enjoy. Adios.